My name's Chris Carter, and I'm holding a prop in the hope that you'll like me. It's human nature to ask questions. Who am I? How did I get here? Where does Optimus Prime's trailer go when he transforms in the Generation 1 cartoon? As humanity grows and evolves, so do its questions. What is our purpose in life? Why are we here? And if you bought the Earthrise Optimus Prime toy, where is the rest of his trailer? Will we answer any of these questions in today's video? I don't know, but I do know that I'll be narrating. So come join me as I open up this prop to a random page and pretend to read. So here is the standard leader class Optimus Prime Earthrise figure. The underside of the trailer has no trailer struts or supports, and like my bank balance, it's disappointingly empty. There's no back bumper, and you can see the vast expanse between the back wheels, which hang way too low below the trailer body. The back door is moulded to clip onto other figures, or detach as a shield for Prime, but it's very messy and greebly, and doesn't look as good as the rest of the trailer. Inside there's plenty of storage, which is code for "it's really empty". There's a tiny grey repair robot, and I ended up buying the Earthrise Centurion drone set to get the small blue roller car and Prime's G1 style gun. So overall, the trailer feels lightweight, unfinished, and in need of a serious beef up. Fortunately, there's a really good upgrade kit available, produced by Nonnef Productions. I got my upgrades here in the UK via Nonnef's UK distributor, G-Works Toys, at gworks.bigcartel.com. Links are in the description. Their stuff's great. I've not been paid or sponsored to say that either, so I must be some sort of mug. The kit comes with a new back door to the trailer, moulded to look like the original G1 toy. It also includes new mechanical details for the interior, again moulded to match the original. It includes black feet for the new support struts, they're in another bag, and also has a new back bumper and red rear headlights. The second bag contains the rest of the trailer support struts and new wheel arch coverings to better cover that huge gap between the trailer and its wheels. So let's start by installing those wheel arches. The trailer wheels are held on by 4 screws, so we'll need to loosen these screws but not entirely remove them. I'm using a small Phillips head screwdriver to loosen them, and once I've managed to pull the wheels down by about 2 or 3 millimeters, that will allow the arches to be inserted. I've taken a scalpel here just to trim off some of the plastic flashing off the top of the arch, just to make the fit a bit smoother. Once that's done though, it's a simple matter of slotting the wheel arch covering into that gap and then tightening the screws. There are pegs on the back of the wheel arch coverings that will later be used to hold the new rear bumper in place. There's a bit of trial and error here in terms of how much to loosen the screws, but it's a dead simple bit of installation. These won't end up being your arch enemies. Next, the back bumper. The rear lights are moulded in translucent red plastic, and first you'll need to carefully remove the rear headlights from their sprue with a scalpel. Remember to keep that centre bit of the sprue safe for the moment, as we'll use a part of that later when we build the new roller. The headlights can then be slotted easily into the assigned spaces in the bumper. I didn't need to do much filing or trimming of these, they fitted just right and aren't going to fall out. I did trim a bit of plastic flashing from the top of the bumper, just to make sure that that was nice and flat. The bumper can then be lined up with the wheel arch pegs and simply pushed into place for a nice secure fit. Optimus just got a tiny bit more road legal. Installing the new back door to the trailer is a little bit more hairy. The first thing to do is to remove the old door. I just popped it off one hinge at a time, as the plastic has a little bit of flex to it, and there's no screws or pins holding the door in place. Putting the new door in place is a bit scarier. The plastic quality of the upgrade piece feels very sturdy, which is good, but I was a bit worried about how bendable it would be. After a bit of careful back and forth, I managed to get the door on and it sits in place tight. It's not loose and doesn't drop down easily, so it's good and secure and a great fit for the trailer. The trailer supports are nicely detailed, taking their design cues from the Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime trailer, I think. The black feet simply peg onto the supports via a 5mm post, and when the trailer is opened, the feet can be popped off and put back on upside down to support the trailer sides. There are unused 5mm holes on the underside of the trailer, and the main supports just plug into those. Nice and straightforward. There's also a trailer hitch extension provided, as the new supports mean that they clash with Prime's feet in vehicle mode and prevent the truck from turning. Again, a nice, easy installation. So, on to Roller. Like me, he arrived at his destination in pieces, needing someone to pick him up and put him back together. First is the fuel pump thingy, a direct throwback to the original G1 toy. There's no rubber pipe here, just some black string, but it works. So both ends of the fuel pump are in two parts, and the string is held between those two aligned sections. The two halves and the string are then secured together by a small plastic loop. It's a nice little setup, but it's a little fiddly to put together. Still though, it's a neat accessory and fun for the nostalgia factor alone. As for the rest of Roller, he's a much bigger version than the one that Hasbro officially put out with the Centurion set. I opted for the grey version, as the official one was blue. The materials for this build are great, nice and sturdy plastic, although trying to fit all the pieces together proved to be a little bit tricky. The seat section posts required a bit of filing before the posts would sit cleanly on the wheelbase, and the same was true of pretty much all of the other parts too. This did mean that there were no loose bits in the bodywork though, as everything was a good tight fit after some minimal filing. Once the bulk of the body was assembled, it was time to use the last bit of the headlight sprue and cut off Roller's blinking red light. That was then installed, with some difficulty, in the top section of Roller's chassis. Again, a real tight fit there. Once that was done, it was a simple matter of affixing the wheels. Fortunately, those popped on very easily. The fuel pump handle was too big for the top port though, so that needed some filing down too before that would fit. But once he was all together, Roller looks great, a fun little addition. In an attempt to seriously up the production quality of this video, I've used a high-tech turntable. Gaze in awe. Go on. Anyway, you can see here the extra missiles, radar dish and grabby claw thing added to the interior drone, and you can see how nicely Roller fits in the trailer. The upgrade kit overall is really good quality, pretty easy to put together and install, and seriously ups the presentation of Prime's trailer from meh to that's not bad. I'm definitely going to be using more of Nonnef's kits in the future, that's for certain. Well, we've arrived at the end of the video, and I'm sure you'll agree those upgrade kits are really, really good, and they really make that trailer a complete item. We didn't answer all of our questions, and in the end, isn't that the real question? The true questions, of course, the questions we met and asked along the way? Or are they? Yes, they are.